starts week number 13. I believe. I'm getting lost on what week it is. Everything's kind of a blur this time of year. But anyway, so I was just setting up the camera back here, and the baddest chipmunk I've ever seen just jumped out of my sunflowers. And he's under here, under my comfrey. Literally, I mean, he's like the size of a squirrel. But I had some damage on my corn. Something was eating the tops off of it, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a chipmunk. So I did end up pulling all the middle section. You'll see that in the garden walk. And this morning, I think I'm just gonna pick the rest of the. I am gonna pick the rest of the sweet corn because something's eating it again. I'll show you quick this morning, but that's it. Something's eating my sweet corn, and it's time for it to go. It's all ready. I just have tried to make time to can it. And it's a little bit more done than I like to eat anyway, so I only got to eat the white stuff once now, so I'm gonna save some for tonight, and then I'll just can the rest. Maybe I'll give some to, I have a friend coming over tonight, so maybe I'll give some to her. But yeah, this week, I've canned some tomatoes. I'm probably gonna can another batch here this morning, because I'm gonna pick some more. And I'm gonna pick some of my green peppers, and all the onions are picked. So the garden is slowly working on its way out. And it's been really dry, so I don't think that's helping, like with the squash and the cucumbers and stuff, but I'm more than willing to pull it. So, well, I don't want to say pull it, but I did water the front bed yesterday, and I'm hoping I don't have to. I haven't had to water very much at all, like just in the very beginning, I think twice, if that. So it's disappointing to have to pull out the hose and do that right now, but I'm doing better than other people for water, so that's a good thing. But my watermelon were almost dying, so I thought I have to save it, and I have to get them going. So anyway, come along this week. Yeah, it's harvest season, and that means the end is near. So I think I'm okay with that. I know I'm gonna miss it midwinter, but right now I just want to get my tomatoes done, canned, and get the corn canned, and I want to get this spot back here prepped for my flowers. That's my main goal. And I also want to get garlic put in, so I need to order some, get that coming. Because I want garlic, darn it, like, we use it a lot, and every year just because I plant it in the fall, I don't plant it, so I'm gonna get on top of that this year, and we're gonna get some stuff done. So, okay, let's go. This is what's been happening to my corn. I am guessing it is the chipmunks now that I just saw them. So it's coming out. They're not gonna get more of my corn. I'm done with them. I got a bucket full of corn. Unfortunately, not all of it's ready, and so I'm gonna have to just keep eating it as fast as it comes, which is a good thing. I just hope that the chipmunks don't continue to eat it faster than I do. So, okay, let's go on up to the peppers. Okay, so we got some pretty nice green peppers. These are they're supposed to be the red ones. I just pick them as green. And then these ones down here are bayonets, which are a really nice green pepper. I feel they have a little bit thicker and they're harder and it's like more dense maybe. But I did leave some on there. I have a friend, like I said earlier, coming over with her friend or her kids, so they can come through and pick a little bit. You know, it's nice to share. So now we're gonna move on to So here is another Prudence Purple. These ones are just so nice on the inside and the bottom, like one of my favorites. Okay, well here's week number 13. We haven't had rain for quite a while. So right now I am watering the garden. I simply just set the hose at the top and I'm hoping the water will run down, which it is. As you can see here, my watermelons are really taking a hit, the poor things. And I don't know if it's because of lack of water or what, but the pumpkin is turning orange. I think it's just time. There, brightened it up a little bit. So the squash, you can see I got some mildew, I believe, type issues. And I think that's from the dew that we get. Pickling cucumbers. I mean, they're still producing, but a lot of yellowing, and I think it's just water. My slicers are coming up and over. My flowers here in the front are really drying up. So I finally just had to water, and I was gonna set a sprinkler up, but I really hate getting water on everything considering we're getting all the dew and the issues it's causing. So I just kind of set the hose down and I've been moving it around, and you know, the water's running downhill. So the tomatoes, just on Monday, so today is Tuesday. So yesterday I picked 25 pounds of tomatoes and canned them. I already have more to pick. So I'm just gonna keep doing it as I pick it. I'm gonna can it. 25 pounds got me 7 quarts of diced tomatoes. So that's pretty good, and I was happy with that. So inside here I'm getting quite a bit of peppers now. The Anaheims are finally really producing. I mean, look at them all here on the top. And my watermelons, besides looking a little wilty, which this morning they didn't look wilty at all, I have them put up on in the pantyhose still, and they're growing, and I have a couple that are done. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of things that are just dying on it. So, oh, my dog's in there trying to find cucumbers. I don't know if you can see her in there or not. She's in there all the way through the other side. My flowers, though, they're still doing really good considering we have a drought. They're so pretty. I just love zinnias. I haven't really picked any for a while, so they're just going crazy. These yellow ones are just beautiful. And what I find this interesting, well, not interesting, but neat, but that sunflower is so tall, and it's got, oh, I mean, probably 10 or more heads on top of it up there. So I'm not gonna walk in there because, like I said, I'm trying to water it. This is the lazy way of watering. So, but the peppers are doing really well. Tomatoes are doing really well. And so I'm happy with the production that I've gotten so far this year. So I think I'm gonna move the hose to the next spot. Yeah, you can see here just how dry everything is. So there's this one. Okay, here's the side bed. I am getting quite the production of peppers. The purple ones are pretty neat. And I mean, look at these, really, they're beautiful. Bell peppers. Lots of dill. I didn't think I was gonna have that much dill, but here we are. Got quite a bit, but you can see even these need water. But they are still producing very well. This plant is not making a cauliflower, or this one. Oh, it's got a nice little one on there. And the yellow squash is going like crazy. I don't even want to get into it. Zucchini also. But the plants themselves are they're still doing really good. Even for squash bugs, they're still really nice. My Roma is it's falling all over. I should have been a little bit more careful with how I was staking it. Did not happen. Got a couple red ones in there. The Prudence Purple is still a really nice looking plant with a ton of tomatoes on there. And man, they are some of the prettiest tomatoes you will find. Look at that beauty. I mean, it's a good size. Black Krim. Oh, I forgot to talk about the Mr. Stripies. I finally picked one and it was delicious. One of the best tasting tomatoes I've ever had. So I don't know if anybody else has ever tried them. But here are all of my San Marzanos. This one's actually taken over the flower. And there are these. I think it stopped growing up now that it's really producing. But some of these are really nice tomatoes. They're really good. Cherokee Purples are really taking a hit. They're dying. I'm not really sure as to if it's just dry. I'm thinking it's the dryness. Oh, that dill smells amazing. But we are getting quite a bit, so. And there. My basil. Poor basil. But yeah, I'm going to come out here and pick a bunch of these again. I have just been freezing them and using them. I mean, what else are you going to do with bell peppers, you know? I could make stewed tomatoes, but I kind of just like doing the diced. It's diced tomatoes. You can always add the peppers and stuff, especially if you freeze them. They're not so bad. So, okay, I'll move on to the next. So, the back bed, I was getting, I don't know if it was bugs, mice. I don't believe it was raccoons because they weren't actually pulling the cob off. And I did find a couple dead mice in there. So I think they were climbing it and eating my corn. Like, I don't know what it was about that corn. But I pulled what I could, saved and canned what I could. And now we're on to the last two rows, which is the white corn. And man, let me tell you, it is amazing. It tasted really good. Let me see if I can find an ear here. I'm gonna pick this all coming up in the next couple days. Here, I'll pick this one now. And try to hold it here, my legs. This one-handed stuff is hard to do. But look at that. It's beautiful. It's supposed to be all white, but there are a couple yellow kernels, but this is actually bigger than I prefer to eat. So, but canning, it's excellent for canning. So I'm gonna come through and pick everything, try to do it all at once, because I did can 5 quarts yesterday. So I'm gonna eat some just plain raw, and then the rest is gonna get canned. So yeah, here's where I took out the other corn. The sunflowers, they just keep dying all the way up, and I just think it's the time of year and dryness. So I'm left with my carrots, and let's see if I can maybe pull one. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. There's a nice carrot. These are really nice carrots. They were a shorter one this year, and I'm really liking them. I'll feed these to the horses. But I don't really have very many, so I'm not going to probably do too much with them. And I did pull all my onions. They were done, ready to come out. So I have to weed this and prep it. But the last things to come out, I think, will be the parsnips. And I really would like to get planting my flowers out in here soon. You know, we're getting to mid-August. So I wonder why that sunflower kind of fell. But it's hard to see right now with the sun. I do apologize for that. But yeah, like I said, all the onions are out. 2 rows of corn. Carrots could come out today if I wanted. And yeah, I got the onions are drying. And the sunflowers will just stay until they're kind of done. Or I'm ready to just pull them out. So maybe I'll do that after I get all the corn out. We'll see. Or I'll just wait till I get the parsnips out. But anyway, so that's week number 13. Nothing too exciting. It's just the time of year. Everything's kind of done. So I guess I'll see you guys at week number 14, which is more than I did last year. Because everything else is still doing pretty well. My tomatoes last year were not very good. So you can see that they are drying up on the bottom. And the blight is kind of setting in. And I think it has a lot to do with just the dry weather right now. So anyway, yeah, that's it. We'll see you guys next week. Hope you enjoy this week's tour. It was short and sweet. So not a lot to show. I was gone, busy, and it's maintained itself fairly well. So I'm not going to complain about it too much. Somebody smells my carrots. Hey. There it goes. How was it? Chew it. Oh, Jake's taking it. I have one in my pocket. Break it. There you go. Nummies. I'm gonna try one myself. Oh, they're good. They're so good. Yep. Fresh carrots for the boys. Okay, well here is my morning harvest. I could go get more of the delicata. Oh, I have a squished bug on me. That's awesome. That means it was on me. Yeah, so I just picked those for now. There's a whole bunch more of the delicata. Got some really nice tomatoes, Prudence purple, great white, funky triple crop, and a couple little jubilees, and a little black crim. The one I don't know what variety it is. I just really like them. They're very cute little tomatoes. And another black crim, and then some really nice, whoops, green peppers. So, and then a bucket of corn, and all the onions, a wagon full of onions. So, that was this week. I was just talking about the stuff that I harvested. Yeah, the camera's in my hand, sorry about that. But I forgot to mention that I did not pick any zucchini this week, so I can't even imagine what I'm going to find when I actually dig into there. I haven't had the time, and this morning everything's dewy. I just don't want to get all wet, so yeah. So this is what I've gotten that I've actually harvested and looked at. I did pick quite a few before I left last weekend for camping, so either way, I'm sure there's a whole bunch. So I'll probably get in there yet tonight. So anyway, I just want to mention that. That's why you're not seeing the zucchini. Because I'm a little zucchinied out, to be honest.